Hello everyone, Dan here, back with another Resident Evil HD Remaster video for you. In the last video, we took on real survival difficulty with both Chris and Jill, and here on this one, we will be doing the 100% item playthrough. So this basically just means what we will be going into every single room and collecting every single item. This will become quite cumbersome. So for this reason, we will be using Jill, given she has 2 extra inventory slots and the convenience of the lockpick, to make this challenge a lot more reasonable. The big goal of this video and where it could help you is if you're just seeking a walkthrough of some kind, is that it can help you obtain the slightly elusive every Nook and Cranny trophy / achievement, whatever you want to call it. Which all you have to do for that one is enter every room. And you'll notice it pops before we grab the final items in the game here. That's actually kind of what I was intending to do on this playthrough until I realized this was actually that you did not need to collect everything for it. So it kind of morphed into a 100% video out of that. But anyway, we're going to grab the ink ribbon out of the front, get our lockpick here from Barry, and kind of just do the base opening here. I should make mention, if you would like a non-commentated version of this video, it will be linked in the comments below. But yeah, this is a long time coming of a video. It's taken me a bit to finally get to doing it. Just a lot of RE1 remake commentating the last couple weeks. But yeah, this is a long time coming. It very well, I should just make mention right off the bat here, could end up being our last bit of RE1 content for a while, and we're going to move on to other entries. Resident Evil 0, I already have a couple of plans in place. But as you can see, we're just going through, we're grabbing all the herbs, grabbing all the ammo. Most of these are going to stick out pretty clear. Failed dodge attempt there. Where this will start to get tricky is when I have to start going to the item boxes. Again, you know, we're already in great shape. I mean, taking the bite there, actually, I mean, I don't know if it helps, you know, what does that ever help? But shoot, we already have 3 herbs. Now, you may have noticed at the beginning as well, I selected normal difficulty. The reason for this is there are less items on normal. And again, I was doing this with the intent saying, oh, I need to do this playthrough this way, so that way, yeah, I need to pick up everything or else I won't get the achievement. So normal difficulty has less items than the easier settings. But, I mean, so that just kind of ended up being an added little nice wrinkle into this at the end of the day. And we do pick up everything, so it did help. So for the top here, you'll notice I went up top and I just kind of lured the zombie over towards that side so we could easily push the statue. A lot of the rules that you'll typically see me do in these runs will apply, where I do my best to avoid killing any zombies, just so that way we don't have to worry about you know, them turning into crimson heads or anything like that. There will be some more we take out, though, simply just because we'll get the kerosene. Or, I mean, the canteen. I guess it's kerosene with it. And, yeah, we'll go ahead and burn a few just for the sake of doing so. But yeah, standard start here. We're going to head to the graveyard and grab the, our first key here from the Book of Curses. None other than the sword key. I was also pleased to remember that to actually turn the language over to English on this video. The past couple I had not done that. All right, we got a, yeah, the zombies will sometimes do just that, where you're going to try and bait out a grab of some kind from them, and they will kind of just, well, they just won't move. They won't lunge or anything, and then you just need to be able to recognize that. It'll happen over time that you'll get it, but yeah. I did this in the most, well, that's just the way it is in this one. It is an odd looking thing. But yeah, so we'll try and grab all the files here as well. So we're gonna grab the one in the water jug here. But yeah, to the zombies, some of them just simply will not lunge at you, and you need to be able to, you know, with time and practice, you'll recognize when you can do this and have the window open to being able to pass them. Yeah, come back here, get the dagger, which is tucked away there. And it's interesting, they put this zombie here. I always just assumed this zombie, or this little off room here, totally exists just for the means of giving you the tutorial for the defense item. It feels like he is very hard to get by without using one. But thankfully we can get that dagger right back right here. Very kind of the game to put that there. That's also present on real survival, or what's hard difficulty in general. So if you are oh, push that one the wrong way. Yeah, if you're in need of one, make sure to remember that it's there. You'll have plenty of time before the dogs actually make themselves known in here. Yeah, some interesting notes of thinking of if I were to continue and make another video for this series, seeing the handgun bullets there kind of reminded me, is the handgun only route. I've never tried a run like that, but it could be fun. We'll see. So yeah, here we are just outside. We're gonna mix all these herbs and just try and make every little bit of space out of our inventory as possible. But yeah, the nice thing with Jill though is we're able to pick everything up and grab the chemical and leave. A nice thing this game does, and I wish, well, a lot of the more modern games do it, is your map will change color once you have collected everything within a room. It's a great great checklist, if you will, to, you know, let you know if you've gotten everything. And you'll see me as we get a little later on here start to take advantage of that. So you notice I didn't take I'm not taking the shotgun yet. I'm grabbing this ink ribbon and dagger simply because I already have an ink ribbon in my inventory, so it'll stack, and the dagger won't take up any space. So we can come back here, which we would have to do anyway for the shotgun. We can come back and not have to worry about, yeah, no, that's just less stuff to worry about. Like, we don't have to worry about an ink ribbon slot. Again, so once again, I'm grabbing all the notes as well. If you want to see the notes read and everything, I will be doing a full series story playthrough, which I'll upload to YouTube. I haven't put them on for the PC version quite yet. I think this is when I decide, I'm like, wait, we can kill some stuff. Maybe. But yes, we'll do a full series story and playthrough. Yeah, at the time of this recording, tomorrow night is when we'll be doing the Resident Evil 1 remake portion. We've already done RE1 Classic and RE0. Oh, this is me going overboard organizing my inventory. That sounds about right. So we're not going to go get the shotgun yet. Instead of triggering the cutscene, I'm going to wait until we get the broken shotgun. Since we're going to have to pick that up anyway. But yeah, grab the wooden mount here. Which, I don't know about you guys, but wooden mount is one of the more disappointing items of the game. It's weird to say an item is outright disappointing, but it's one of those things that feels like, I don't know, it could have been a lot of things, and then it turns out to just be a map, and it's like, oh, well, okay then. I know this here, might be wondering what I'm doing. I swear there is a file here. I don't know if I actually pick it up. There it is. Yeah, the botany book. Yeah, for some reason I could not, for the life of me, get the hitbox for it there. It's a little weird. But alright, so we're gonna go and use said wooden mount, though. Since we got the, both it and the lighter. Map of the mansion's second floor. Take it? Yep. And see, so you'll notice there's a green on the map. That green means that every item in the room has been collected. So again, just kind of use that as your checklist through this process. Alright, so we're going to make another trip to the item box here. And we'll be using this item box a lot. Yeah, so this is just me trying to plan out the route we're going to take. This route was partially planned from the get-go. Stuff like going into the shotgun room. That I had already kind of had planned in my head. So a lot of this is going to be kind of improvised, though. But overall, I think this run ends up going fairly well for what we're trying to achieve. Okay, use the sword key once again to get us back to the main hall, and we're going to head over to the other side of the mansion now. And we've got chemical to use, we've got all kinds of stuff to do, but first and foremost is to get the dog collar out of our inventory. And unlock the armor key. So you blow the whistle, just give it a couple seconds and wait until you start to hear the dogs. What I always like to do is shoot about 3 times, and I like to shoot when they start to get, the first one will get close, so that way I'll stun it. And what that'll do is that will guarantee a pounce from the dog. And what that pounce will do is set you up for if you picked up one of the daggers earlier in the game, you're pretty much going to take the thing out just like that. So I'll admit I kind of went the wrong way. I didn't go the wrong way necessarily. It's just I knew where I was going, but I forgot that there were not herbs out there. I don't know why, but in my mind I thought there were herbs out there, so I went out there and besides the planted one, obviously, maybe that's what I was thinking of. So I went out there to grab those, but there really wasn't anything there, so we just unlocked the other door just for the sake of being thorough, I suppose. Which for the every nook and cranny, it says enter every room. I don't know if it means maybe you have to open every door, but that might be worth doing, is opening up that door I just did, just for the sake of being thorough. If you're going for the achievement. But alright, so we're going to do our switch here. We're going to open up the dog collar and switch out the fake armor key for the new and improved one. Or, well, the real one. The real one with the fake one. There we go. I'll get there. As I said, it's been a lot of RE1 remake commentary here lately. But I do need to make sure I'm thorough in explaining this stuff, because I can't go under the assumption that everybody's watched every video. Although you should, because they are all quite different. But anyway, shameless self plugging aside. Go through the murder hall here. It's all about timing the dodges there. That last one is the big key one, because if he doesn't lunge like we kind of talked about earlier, you're just gonna kind of, you're at the mercy of the game at that point. Alright, so we're gonna venture over here to where Forest is. I might make a routing decision that I don't like here. Oh no, never mind, we're good. But yeah, so there's a dagger on the table here, and then past Forest and Barry, there are going to be a couple of verbs here. Yeah, if you ever decide to play a randomizer, doing a run like this is great practice for it, because it'll help teach you where every item is. You know, again, most of them are pretty obvious. I'd say like 85% of them. But, you know, there are just some corners you'd never check and things like that that can hold some things. And, you know, a run like this can help you iron all those out. Alright, there's our poor buddy Richard. And we still get the serum for him. So we're going to head over there and do that like normal. Yeah, the serum I did count as an item. I did not count it as a pickup for Jill. Because technically, if you get bit, you would go, and if you get bit by Jan, you would go and heal Jill with the serum. I did not count that on this. So, I mean, it's technically not an item picked up, but I'll put it this way. I don't care. So we're gonna put everything away here. Just kind of decongest our item box a little bit. Ooh, I forgot the serum. That's what it was. That was what I was thinking of. Yeah, we forgot to grab the serum there. I saw that. Here we go. Maybe I'll grab it on the way back after grabbing this stuff. Yeah, this is where you'll find the broken shotgun is. You need an old key with Chris if you want to get in here, which is a real backbreaker for him getting it. So maybe I'm just going in there to get it and we'll go back. Nope. Poor Richard. I can't remember if he dies now or not. Or at least I don't even remember when I don't remember even forgetting it. So, you know, again, all these playthroughs kind of blend together, but at the same point, sheesh. Yeah, so this is a room we'll definitely be coming back to as well. But an interesting note about this room is you can use the chemical here, but as long as you do not grab the death mask, the zombies in the following hallway do not bust through. So I just use the chemical to get rid of it and leave, and you'll still see the zombies are hanging outside. Yeah, the trigger point is grabbing the death mask in there. Yeah, this is me making the long trip before realizing I made a mistake. Oh. Man, some of these runs went really well, and I still think this one did too, but looking back and seeing the clear blunder always just... This is when I'm like, oh no, I didn't grab it! At least I could grab the herbs and take them back. See, that was the plan all along. I was just misleading you guys. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, alright, so we're going back. Poor Richard. I always forget what the actual in-game counter is. I believe it's 7 in-game minutes. That sounds wrong, though. But yeah, something along those lines that you have to heal Richard before he dies. I guess the point is that even if you do, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if you make a mistake like that, so long as you know where you're going. But yep, head on back around. Same path as before. Nice thing is we do get another trip to the item box, though, and get more stuff out of our way. Okay, very nice. And now we got the serum in hand. I'm going back this way. Well, we don't need to do the chemical or anything else, so this, yeah, actually going this way makes sense. Yeah, again, I'm just avoiding killing zombies, so we'll take some long routes through here. Obviously, if you're trying to speed run, you would make other adjustments along the way, but you know, it is what it is for this. No reason to add Crimson Heads to the mix. You don't have to. But we did get back in time. We saved Richard. All is good. Of course, I will admit, now that I think about it, watching it, I have the door skip mod on, which removes the door animations, which if you play on PC, I cannot recommend enough. I mean, seriously, put it on if you're playing on PC. That actually probably saved Richard's life, though, because the time was shorter because we didn't have to sit through the door animations. Oh, we couldn't get the second pass. So what you'll want to do is, you'll notice I kind of hugged the wall there, right by where we kind of walked in. Oh, bad luck there, too. But I had to go over here. Grab that handgun bullets from that cabinet. But what you'll want to do is hug that wall there, and he'll kind of lunge almost through you, and most of the time you can kind of get right past him. Unfortunately, not that time. But anyway, now that Richard's healed, we can go and we got that all taken care of. We can go and, you know, take care of some of the rest of the first floor stuff on the west side of the mansion. So that includes getting the blue gem and all that fun stuff. Although I'm not getting it yet. I thought I was gonna grab it right here. I'm probably too. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, we're gonna grab the emblem. Okay. Or not. Ah, hell, I don't know. We're gonna risk it and go all the way down here first. Oh, okay, we're gonna get rid of the sword key first. Okay, yeah, this is the final sword key, if you've ever wondered, is the kitchen here. Which, if you're playing as Chris, by the way, take note that there is an old key in here. It's on the shelf on the left side of the back left of the screen. Let's see where Jill is after this ends. Oh, right there, right where I was when this kind of cut out. Yeah, sorry, it's not the best description. But yeah, there'll be an old key there with Chris, so just keep that in mind. Poor hurt Jill. But there we go, we'll go ahead in here. I don't understand why I decided to do it in this order, but it worked. Oh, well, I do have both pieces of music, so... But I didn't grab the emblem. Like I said, there's some issue, but, you know, it is, you know... Nothing's perfect. Alright, always grab the blue gem. The blue gem is bugging me now. There you go. Okay, very nice. Yeah, so we'll go do that and we'll go and heal so we don't have to pass that zombie in low health again. Yeah, the blue gemstone in the original game will give you the wind crest to help you reach the garden and the other parts of the game. In this game, it's just shotgun shells. The red gemstone will give you the Modisc. Or, I mean, the yellow one will give you the Modisc. The red one will open up the jewelry box. The red one's the only one you actually need to complete the game. So yeah, it's weird. The tiger statue itself is kind of useless in this game from a I want to reach the credits standpoint. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna knock out a few of the herbs here. Get back up to full health. There's quite a few here. And something I was considering doing is if you flip the knob on the gardening machine and you flip it to green, it will actually kill all the herbs there. I was considering doing that for the sake of ease, but I figured that would kind of ruin the spirit of it if I'm not collecting the item, I'm just getting rid of it. It's not the same thing, so I decided against that. But alright, once again, we're going to do a switch, just like with the armor key, with the emblems here. And replace the gold one with the basic one. There's also a node here to the right. I tried to pick up all the files. I think I get all of them, but you know how it can be sometimes. It's very easy to overlook a thing like that because some of them just don't appear on in the game world all that well. But anyway, here we go. We're going to use the gold emblem in place of the original, and that'll set us up for the basic puzzle here for obtaining the shield key. Operating the clock is, if you're wondering about that puzzle, which I guess we'll do in a minute, yeah, if you're operating that clock, the answer to that puzzle is to the left of it. Which again, we'll go over that. But there's the infamous Keeper's Diary. And of course, the same clause and escape. We're just gonna bait from that guy and grab the battery pack. This is another important room for Chris. With Chris, that room has the an old key instead of the battery pack. So inside the closet, it's worth going in there for. Yeah, we're gonna grab our final 3 herbs, it looks like. I think I'm gonna take the death mask here too. Yeah, we're just gonna combine these. But yeah, as you can see here, and especially in the early game, the game will give you plenty of supplies in the form of healing, and even a respectable amount of firepower. The big thing with the firepower is to not get baited because of the Crimson Head factor. You'll have plenty to take out any of the zombies that you want. Without a doubt, it's those Crimson Heads, though, so if you're not prepared to get rid of them, that's where you can run into trouble. Yeah, this guy was uncharacteristically close. We got past him, and now we're going to head back to the save room. Yeah, dump the handgun ammo. Dump the shotgun shells. Dump the heal. Probably dump the mask. We can dump the lighter. If you're wondering, do you really have to have your inventory box organized in such a thorough way? The basic answer to that question is yes, I do. I can't have it any other way. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But alright, oh, that was really sloppy. What you want to do is the exact opposite of what I did. You notice I hugged the right wall, you want to hug the left wall there, and you should get past that zombie every time. I don't know what I'm doing here. We grabbed everything here, I think. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was simply me forgetting I grabbed the gold emblem. I knew I hadn't done the puzzle yet, but I forgot I had grabbed it. Yeah. I'm sorry if you're watching this and following along and accidentally ran right, had to run past that zombie again. But alright, yeah, the answer to this is 6 o'clock. And of course the large hand is the hour hand. It's not based on size, it's based on time. Here, I'm gonna turn the game volume up just a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm watching my non-commentated feed from my channel. Give you guys a little bit more game volume. I just realized how low it was. Pro recording here, as you can tell. The good thing is my voice should be decent enough, and you know, I guess that's good if you're, depending on who you ask. Still going to be fairly quiet, but you know, we don't want it covering anything up. But anyway, here back on the east side of the mansion, you'll notice zombies break in here. We're gonna go get the shotgun now. Yeah, sorry for the fans of the Jill sandwich lines and such, but we do skip anything like that here. It's not quite as memorable here as it is in the original. They've kind of forced it in here, but they try to make it sound a little more, hey, we're taking ourselves serious than the original, but yeah. Alright, so we got the shotgun now, and we got the shield key now. Yeah, a lot of passes by these zombies on this run. Most times we can get the dodges, but after a while, it just kind of, your odds kind of add up against you. So it looks like we're going to go deal with Jan next. Oh, an interesting note is we will be fighting Jan, I believe. Yeah, that's why we have the grenade launcher. Yes, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, we'll be fighting Jan because this is how you get the assault shotgun with Jill, is to fight Jan and basically not abandon Richard. Ooh, that was sloppy. Well, I mentioned not getting the serum, but yeah, we're getting it anyway. So once this triggers, I mean, well, you can see how it plays out.
Thanks.
There goes poor Richard. So I just pump a few more grenades into Jan. Once you hear him kind of scream like that, that's how you know the fight is over. So we're gonna grab the death mask. As Jan scurries off. And we'll get the assault shotgun. So yes, it is, if you're looking to do this run, or if you're just looking to acquire all the weapons on a playthrough, or on your file, yeah, you need to do that. Yeah, you'll need to do that at some point. I think I accidentally hit the touchpad right there. Yeah, one weird thing is if you use a PlayStation 4 controller on Steam, it will, if you hit the touchpad, it'll think you're using the mouse, so it'll tab you out. And so if you ever see the mouse like that pop up on a run like this, that's why. But alright, we're heading over to get the serum now. Yep, same spot as before, thankfully. I'm surprised I didn't get rid of any of these zombies. I mean, it's not needed, it's just, figured I'd do it just for the sake of convenience, really. All right, after we get ourselves taken care of, yeah, we're ready to. I'm just ready to keep going. Still got a few more rooms to do before we can head out to the garden. Yeah, the ideal goal is to use up the armor key before heading to the garden. I think that's a good kind of benchmark to set for it. But you can see how many defense items you can find on this game. I mean, we've used, sheesh, what, 6 of them already on this run? And again, if you're ever having any concern, did I miss something? Just remember, use the map as a reference point for that. Oh, I should have committed. I had the room to get around there and I didn't do it. All right, so the statue room, simple enough. We got the top right, bottom left, bottom right as our solution. And this will give us the jewelry box, which within it contains one of the third of the death masks we'll be collecting. There you go, just run right by that guy. As long as you're close enough to the wall there, you should get by him every time. Yeah, here we go. This is another armor key door. Again, this is one that you will need an old key for to get into the room we're in now. You will need the old key with Chris to open this door. Because obviously this room can lead to you getting the Magnum, and yeah, they're dead set on Chris not getting that. There you go, grab the researcher's will if you want it. More for the sake of saying you have it, you know. But alright, yeah, pretty basic thing here. Just grab the hook and the lure and combine them. Then put the lure in place where the real bee was. Put the real bee specimen with the other real insects. Hit the switch, and you'll get yourself the wind crest. Which this is a really useful little side quest if you're aiming to play the game on real survival, especially. Is the Magnum, especially with Chris, is such a luxury to have. Especially, like, it'll get rid of hunters very easily and, you know, things like that. And the other room here just has some general survival items. You know, heals and ink ribbons and such. You get the tilted to the top. The first aid spray in that box, that's right, I forgot about that. Yeah, so not bad, not a bad little place to refill. Check the map to be sure. And because the thing is, a lot of these rooms are the same from the remake and the original, obviously. But what items are where will sometimes get mixed up too. Well, I mean, like, the original has a pistol clip in there, for example. Stuff like that. Alright, so once again, do our overly compulsive item box, item distribution here. We're gonna keep one green herb to get back up to full. Stack up our ink ribbons. Grab our death masks, because we're gonna go deal with Elder Crimson here in a minute. Then we're gonna grab these flame rounds. And that's what we'll use to fight Elder Crimson. And probably throw this glass grenade round away. Or not throw it away, but throw it into the box. But yeah, we're, believe it or not, we're pretty much done with the first mansion segment. Checking the map to be sure. The little room on the left there is the tiger statue, which we need the red eye for. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. And the graveyard is where we're about to head, which that'll kind of resolve itself. All right, there we go. Final armor key doors right here. We'll do the basic light puzzle here. You hit the first light. Then we're gonna run all the way around to the other side. After crossing over, hit the next light, the first light you see. And then the one after it. So it should be orange, purple, and green are your three colors. And you can get the fourth and final death mask. And one of the best features of this video game is the way that this area links to the graveyard. Because it's like, the level design is just so brilliant in this game. We'll go and grab the shotgun shells here. Because now we had all the death masks and we get exactly to where we need to go. I just love that. Yep, now to use the all of our death masks. So with the Outer Crimson fight, this fight's pretty straightforward. A big thing you'll notice that I do in it is I'm gonna run forward about 3 or 4 steps with Jill, kind of down to the right towards Elder Crimson. The reason I do this is because if you aim from where you start, the starting point for Jill and the starting point for Elder Crimson, you have a very high chance of missing your first shot. The reason this happens is because Elder Crimson is going to be, he's going to start charging you, and the auto aim will be behind him by the time you fire and he's going. However, where I move to will put me in his line, right in his direct path, so he kind of just will run into the flame round that way. You'll see it here. So yeah, you'll notice Jill is going to be close to the gate. So instead of shooting here, we're going to run right into his line and then just take him out this way. Make sure you're close enough if you have to aim down like that. Ooh, we had some bad luck here. Yeah, the 4 shot, that's just bad luck. Sometimes that often does not happen. Yeah, there's some more shotgun ammo down here. And yeah, just hit the switch, grab the stone and metal object, and hey, congrats, we are done. Or if you're following along, congrats. I mean, yeah, you just got everything you can get pretty much in Mansion 1. So we're gonna head over to Mansion, or well, not Mansion 2, but the garden. Yeah, the garden, Lisa's cabin, all that good stuff. You can see that big area that was red is checked off. And we got a couple of helmet key doors left. The place where we fight Jan left. We're looking pretty solid so far. All that will be coming soon. Ooh, yeah, really sloppy zombie dodges in this run, though. I'm a little upset about that. I wish that side of things was better on this run, but yeah. I guess as long as we finish it and we collect everything. I just don't like getting bit. You know, I don't think anybody does. You know. But anyway, grab the battery pack. Grab the first aid. Hopefully I grab those shotgun shells. Nah. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I could have grabbed those shotgun shells for efficiency's sake, but that's alright. Alright, so the answer here is, with the red one is west, and with the blue rooster is north. Sometimes these things will troll you with the speed they go, but You know, they'll randomly decide to speed up or slow down. Ooh, that was close. Head on down. But before we go to Lisa, we're gonna make a detour that in a lot of these videos you will not see me make, and that is to head over to where we can work here in the graveyard, deal with these stupid crows, which is to use the wind crest and collect the other 3 crests. So this was an interesting way for them to work these things back into the game, because these you collect all 4 of these crests to head to the garden in the original, and obviously you use a combination of the stone and metal object and the death masks, which allowed them to introduce a whole new boss and everything. So it was definitely worth the replacement, but I'm glad they still got these into the game. And one annoying thing is you can't just set them down in here. You do have to go and examine each one at the back here to kind of protrude these various line shapes and then use them. But after doing that, you can get yourself the Magnum. We take the Magnum revolver? Is that even a question? But alrighty, here we go. Back on track here. I mentioned the idea of playing this on normal as opposed to one of the lower difficulties. An upside is, again, the items are lesser. An example of that is, I mean, this is all over the game, but an example is perfectly on display here coming up, is outside of Lisa's cabin. If you play on easy or very easy, there will be 2 green herbs right by the front door, just to the right of it. And, well, those aren't there on here. So that's 2 less pickups we have to make. Ooh, I wonder if I grab... Oh, I do grab the map. Yeah, there we go. I'll say, ooh, I think I'm gonna miss it. Yeah. Some of the very sad Lisa lore style documents developing here. Oh boy. They are rough. I do recommend taking a look though. They are very well done, very well presented, but oh, they are rough. As far as just, man, you feel bad for her. But alright, yeah, I'm just gonna put everything away here. Oh, I'm guessing I'm gonna use that grenade round to replace the flame round we wasted. Grabbing the assault shotgun. Alright. Interesting. So with the Lisa dodge here, what you'll want to do is take a very slight step forward. I mean, very slight, and then run back and to the right, or like up and right on your analog stick if you're using a controller. And it should bait an attack from Lisa, and after her arms come back down, don't run in anytime she's in motion. Yeah, you'll bait an attack and get past her. But you'll notice I waited until she was completely done, but you saw the step forward and then how it was running kind of into the wall there. That's pretty much a guaranteed thing. The only way you'll get hit is if you do that, is you take too long to take your first step, or you don't step far enough. One of the two. yeah, we're just gonna make our way back up. We got the crank, so we can now progress through the through into the garden. Head over to the guardhouse. Yeah, these are the items that are kind of a pain because you do have to pick them up right in front of the dogs. Oh, that's why I grabbed the shotgun. I was just gonna use it on the damn dogs. Yeah, the assault shotgun does not mess around. That dog's trying to figure things out. There we go. Yeah, just get rid of them things. You know, I mentioned at the very start of the video, this might be the last of the RE1 Remake series I do for a long while. Sure enough, I've just come up with another idea of trying perhaps to do a no damage run of this too. So just in the course of, what is this, 50 minutes of recording, we already have like the idea of, hey, maybe a handgun only run, hey, maybe a maybe handgun only, maybe no damage. So maybe RE1 Remake isn't going anywhere after all. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe gone, but or maybe away on vacation, but it'll always come back home. And anyway, go ahead and just turn the valve there, get rid of the water. Here we go, head on down the elevator. Pretty straightforward stuff. I always feel weird describing certain things in a run like this. Here, I'm just checking if there's any herbs or anything over here, since there's crows here and not dogs yet. I always feel weird describing various things because sometimes I feel like it's very easy to say too much. Like, I like the, you know, I want to keep the chatter up, obviously. You know, it's a part of the video process. But at the same point, when I say, here, walk down this hallway and enter the one door in this hallway, I think it's pretty obvious what's going on. I don't know if I need to be saying that, but, you know, maybe that's part of the process of finding other things to talk about in general, which, you know, hopefully we'll get better with that over the course of time. So anyway, yeah, don't forget to come to the far part of the screen shift here, so that way you can grab all these blue herbs. And that's a very, again, kind of mention those hidden. I don't say they're hidden because they're not hidden necessarily because they're in plain view, but at the same point they are hidden because, well, they're right at the camera shift. Here we go, we're just gonna throw all these blue herbs in here. Which, boy, I hope if you play this, you never need that many blue herbs. I'll put it this way, you could be the worst person ever at dodging the snakes and all the stuff with that. And I mean the worst person ever at dodging them. And there's a really good chance you won't ever need that many blue herbs. Unless you literally just stand there and let the spiders and snakes hit you. You should be fine. Oh, okay, so I'm taking the, I'm taking the lighter here because of the, I was going to use it on the candles in the room at the very end here. In the double door here. Yeah, first we're going to go ahead and make our little bridge to get across. Or you call it a bridge or stairwell, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, yeah, you want to use the lighter in this next room. This will help you figure out how to open the door with the to make the V-jolt and everything. First, we're gonna get rid of these spiders. Oh gosh, I hate the spiders so much. arm fall, like get a leg fall off, and then they bust open like that. Just very unfortunate. But yeah, so here's where you'll want to use the lighter on these. And what it'll do is you'll see that it's red, and then it'll give you the shape. So what you'll want to do is you'll take that bit of information, red in that shape, and now we're gonna go and, well, we'll find the other ones. But then there are these pool balls, and there's a red ball. That red ball will be a specific number. So what you'll want to do is take that number and have it, that number will relate to the shape, basically. Oh, I know that was a rough explanation. But basically, the shape that I just revealed, plus the number of the pool cue ball, will give you the answer for the door code. Yeah, lots of goodies in here, of course, as well. Mix of a green and blue herb was inside. Very nice. Yeah, here's another lamp. Again, so that green, that like basically open eye with the 2 lashes, plus whatever the green ball is on the pool table, that'll give you the answer for the door. Again, but it'll make sense here in a minute. It's kind of tough. It's a weird 3-step thing, but yeah, each step leads to the answer. And what I'm doing right here is, if you're wondering why it's paused, is I haven't done this puzzle and I couldn't tell you how long. So I'm just making note of, like, eye with 2 lashes and green. That's what I was doing right there. So we're gonna head back up here, and now we'll do the orange. Oh, there's the orange one in the corner. Yeah, let's go do that. Okay, you notice how that one doesn't have a iris. It's just the open eye and then the 3 lashes on the top and 1 on the bottom. So remember that shape. So you see the 5 is orange, 3 is red, and 6 is green. So 3, 5, and 6 combined with those shapes, various shapes, that's what matters. That's what you need to know. So 3, 5, and 6 are the colors of the candles. You take that information plus the shape of the eye, and you'll be able to solve the puzzle. And how those 2 things connect, we'll figure out here in a bit. But yeah, there you go. 3, 5, and 6. And again, all of this is only necessary if you really want to get the V-Jolt and everything. But on this run, you need to do that because we're going to go in there and we're going to make it to and grab all the jars and all that stuff. So it's part of the process. So yeah, we got to go and dump all the stuff we just got. Oh, there was a sound effect there. If you're wondering what that sound effect was, that was a raid coming in from my stream. It's always a little weird because I can edit out everything from the stream, like my commentary on there, which I'm recording this separate from that, but all my alerts, basically everything except for that little Dan survival thing in the bottom right. has been removed aside from the game audio and picture, which I do on purpose. I think it's better to repurpose, take the content and put it together in a better, more effective way for YouTube, because I don't know, when I'm talking and having conversations on Twitch, it's weird to me to put that as a YouTube video when, you know, you guys watching on here will have no context of what we're talking about. I know a lot of people do that, but I don't know. It is much easier, obviously, to do it that way, but I don't know. I just feel it's a little more effective as a whole doing it this way. But unfortunately, as far as the alerts go, like that sound effect right there, that is tied to the game audio, since it's all like my desktop audio, so you'll hear those every once in a while. But anyway, behind the scenes stuff aside, we got key 001, so we can go into the door here. Way back here. Okay, we're just gonna check the room here, make sure there's nothing else kind of tucked away here. But above all, grab the item out of the bathtub. There will be other things in the other part of the room outside of the bathroom, though. Yeah, I grabbed the shotgun for the guy in here. It's mainly to get him out of the way. And that'll get him out of the way. Yeah, so in here you want to grab the clip. And then there's also the self-defense gun, which is very fun. It's the self-defense gun randomly can kill most any enemy. Like, it'll kill any non-boss enemy in one shot. It's hilarious. It is the noisy cricket of Resident Evil, where using it on a hunter, this big bad hunter comes snarling with its claws and everything, and you just pop it with that little thing and insta-kill it. It's great. Very satisfying. But we're gonna put it away for now, obviously, since we got stuff to do here first. I'll save it for a hunter, though. I know I'll use it. I always try to. Alright, we're gonna put the crank away, it looks like. Which I'm surprised I did. I don't know why I'm not doing this more in the speedrun route, to be honest. I don't get putting the key items away. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm already planning about the V-Jolt. That's what it is. I was making space for those 4 slots that we'll need for the jars and stuff. Unfortunately, you cannot make the V-Jolt until you get the corresponding file, which you cannot get until you open door 003, so you have to go to the underground and take care of all the Neptune stuff first. Alright, here we go into the underground. Yeah, most notable for being very expanded and improved upon from its from the original. This is maybe the area that got the biggest actual upgrade, I would say, from the original game. It was pretty bare bones there. But you know, they make the sharks far more imposing. But on top of that, they just give you a few more things to do, a puzzle and such. Once again, not much to say on the box puzzles here. I mean, these are just put in as a tip of the cap to the original, but as you can see, they made the puzzle as basic as possible. It's just here to give you something to do. It's like a little minor time filler. There's not even really a puzzle to it anymore. It's just a task. The original one, you had to do a little bit of thinking to get that first block, but yeah. Okay, there's our cutscene triggering the sharks. A big thing with the sharks is they can bite you very often. Usually, like, I could have gotten bitten already, but if you take that inner route, like go into the inner ring there, you're almost guaranteed to get bit. So I decided on a run like this just to take the outer ring and play it safe. You know, it's like, why risk it? There we go. I'm making sure there's nothing here. Now, this area kind of trolls a little bit. So you'll notice it's red right there. And I don't know why, but it's suddenly going to switch over. I'm checking every little bit, like seeing that speck on the ground there, saying, hey, is that it? I cannot for the life of me remember there being an item here. And I was checking at first to be sure, but I didn't see anything, but the map said there is. So we're going to keep searching. Still nothing. It's like, hey, this is red. So I'm all of a sudden worried, like, dude, we gotten this far. We're doing fine. What's up with this room? So I'm checking everything. Checking everything. We're going to leave. Still red. I'm thinking maybe it didn't update yet, I think is what it is. So at this point, I'm saying, okay, let's go down here and maybe we'll figure it out. In the process, we can solve the puzzle here. But noting it's a different room on the map and checking that's like, hey, this is still red. Alright, so we're going to do the puzzle first here. The valve puzzle, pretty basic. Well, I won't say pretty basic. You have to do this first switch. Alright, that'll trigger the sequence to start. But we're going to have to flip the, release the safety lock on the right panel here. Right there. Then go to the left and pull the lever. And now we're going to need to restore pressure so we can properly lower the security gates. And that's what checking the first file will do. It said you'll have to open valve 3. So we're going to come over here. And we're going to have to switch 3. There you go. That worked because, well, that's what it said would work. Now, once again, release the safety valve. And then we're going to head to the left again, use the lever again, and it should be done. So at this point, we're just going to come over to the front panel here and drain the water, and we'll be good to go. Grab the heel. And red. So now we got another thing red, so I'm going to go over here and grab the map. I still see that red upstairs and it's bugging the hell out of me. But picking up the map actually did mark that room, this room is complete, so that helped. So we're going to go back up the ladder here, and there's something weird that happens here. I don't know what it is. I think maybe the map was tied to this room for some reason, but the other, like, actual items are not. I honestly do not know. Because as you can see, we've checked every little spot here that could possibly have something, but that map was still looking red. I'm like, man, there's just no way. There's nothing here. I just would have remembered it if it was that well hidden. But yeah, so after a bit of mashing here. So I think the map, for whatever reason, connects this room and the floor below. But the actual everything else does not. Because as you can see, it was green then. And I'm double checking, like, wait, really? So I think it's a bug tied to the map itself in that particular spot. That is all I can think of. Yeah, so there we go. So thankfully that crisis is averted. We'll grab the shotgun shells here. There's some mag ammo. That's on the other side afterward. Alright, so we're going to come up to the Neptune Skip here. I would not recommend doing this if you're just trying to run like this just for the hell of it. If you're looking to speedrun this game, it's an important trick to learn. But starting out, it can be a little tricky. Otherwise, just push the control panel into the water and electrocute him. Take a slight step forward and go instantly to the right. And I mean a very slight step forward. Just enough to kind of get you around that little railing there. But yeah, and then just go over there, grab the key, and you're good. It's one of those things. What I've always said is it's something that it might take you a few tries to get, but once you do get it, you'll probably execute it every time without thinking about it. It's just simply getting a feel for how far to move Jill forward there. And once you know that, you'll be good. It's just, you know, a combination of awkward camera angles and everything else kind of working together there to make it a little odd. But there we go. We are done with the water ring and all that stuff. The water area, Neptune area, whatever this part's called. There we go. Get past this guy. And we're just going to kind of proceed as normal here. The damn bees are attacking. We'll show them. Because we're going to grab the insecticide. So yeah, that's the door that will use that information regarding the eyes and the numbers from before. That's where we'll use it. But first we got to get rid of these bees. A very slow roll on that bee death, and that can vary in speed of how quickly they die or not. And that one was one of our slower ones. But anyway, just gonna run over here and grab key 0. That's 003. There we go. We're gonna discard that to get rid of it. Now we're gonna go over and open this door. So you'll notice the different shapes of the eyes. Okay, so it's not blue is not an option. Or well, never mind. The color doesn't matter. The color only mattered for the. So yeah, you notice that's the empty iris. That's the iris with the 2 lashes up. So yeah, empty iris, 3 up, 1 down. So what we need to do is take what that shape was and match it with the ball that it was. Which we found out at the pool table. So I believe it was 3, 6, and 5. It's some combination of 3, 6, and 5 here. I forget what they are now. I had them written down at the time. This is me seeking information. I think I may have had one of my mods in chat help me. Like, help keep track of it actually now. Like, which one was which? It was not 9, I know that. Okay, so 3. Yeah, there we go. I kept hitting 9, and there we go. I switched that 9 to a 5. But yeah, 3, 6, and 5, basically, and just, yeah. And I just realized I don't have enough space to even complete this. But again, on top of that fact, you can't actually combine it until you know what the V-Jolt is, which the game does give you automatically. You have to take it to progress. It's where we use the red book. You'll get a file before you can use it, and that just explains what the V-Jolt is. Then you can go back and make it, which I think at this point in the run I did not realize that. Look at all that handgun ammo. Yeesh. Just throw it at the bottom, Dan. Thank you. We're gonna need it here in a minute anyway, so just... Eesh. Watching this is driving me nuts. Like, man, I really do this, don't I? Just do it. Eesh. But alright, we're gonna head on back. Yeah, so once again, I'm gonna try and make this work, and it's not gonna let me. I can take the jars, or the bottles. So the answer, all you have to do is make the number 17 here. Or I mean 20, excuse me. And, number 3. Or wait, can we do it now? I might have this mixed up with the original. Yeah, and by the way, the answer here, the 1 is the water. Okay, well, never mind. I guess we're gonna make it now. I thought you had to get the file. That's just me forgetting there. So we need 4 and 6, which is the yellow and the red. Or the yellow and the one we just made, excuse me. That made 10. And what, 10 plus 3? 10 plus 7? So we're gonna make it take 6 plus 1. You do have to do this in a specific order, by the way. Okay, there's 17. And now we just need 17 plus 3, which is give us our 20. That's 6, so we don't want that. There's the 2. And then some water. Or wait, I guess I already did that. Okay, well, never mind. I clearly had this a little confused with the original. Sorry about that. But anyway, you know, basically just follow the notes, the answers on the note on the wall there, and just do the very, 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 very basic math to figure it out. It's not even real math even. It's just looking at numbers and understanding what each number is. But anyway, sorry about that really poor explanation. We're gonna head back to the underground here. And we're gonna use the V-Jolt on Plant 42's roots, which will significantly weaken it, sort of force Plant 42 into its second phase, which is usually interrupted by a cutscene. we're gonna force that issue right away here. And we're gonna trigger a cutscene that if you watch all of my other stuff, you will have never seen before. Yeah, you have to go back this way because the water is drained. There's the poor sharks. I'd feel a lot worse for them, but they've bitten me too many times. But yeah, so if you come into this side room, you'll see the root for plant 42. We're just gonna take the V-Jolt and throw it on there, and... Well, too bad, tentacles. Probably don't need the bottle anymore. Throw it away. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, that added luxury of this is the game will indeed throw those away for you, so you don't have to transport all 4 of those if you don't want to. This is me just looking around, checking, because, again, as far as the V-Jolt goes, I haven't done this, and I couldn't tell you how long in this game. So I'm just, you know, taking a look around at these areas. Like, I even took just the alternate route here just to see it, to be honest. Now, a weird question I've seen before, and I honestly don't know the answer to, because I just never have tried it. And seeing it here kind of reminded me to make sure I actually do at some point. The sharks there, when they're downed, can they cause damage? Like, let's say you go and stand right beside its mouth, can it bite you? I honestly do not know. If anybody knows, feel free to tell me, but I don't know. I still need to test that out. There you go, nice dodge. Got the push on that zombie. But yeah, now we're ready to deal with Plant 42. Boy, it is really convenient that you can make the V-Jolt earlier in this game. You know, well... That is very convenient. Yeah, go in here and drain the tub. For nothing! The room is a ripoff. But yeah, I think is there an ink ribbon here? Anyway, this is the file I was talking about before. That's what teaches you about the V-Jolt and everything. Thank you for the host or raid, whoever that was. Random past one, you heard the sound effect again. Or you may not have heard it. I can hear it, but I don't know if you guys can. Anyway, just reorder the books here. But yeah, you'll see Plan 42 is already withering away thanks to the V-Jolt. But again, this is a cutscene you will not often see on this channel. But it's not done yet. But don't worry.
What the hell is this thing?
It's Barry.
Jill!
I love Barry. This is perfectly him.
I thought it was finished.
Yeah.
That was close. Thanks again.
Don't mention it. But what was that? What the hell's going on in this place?
Yeah, and very similar dialogue to what he'll have in the original as well there. But yeah, if you make the V-Jolt, you don't need to use any ammo at all in Plant 42. That is quite the luxury. Alright, after the scene with Wesker, we're pretty much ready to leave. The guardhouse is complete. We're just going to stop in and reorganize our inventory a bit, but yeah, this was a very successful trip. And we managed to knock everything out with the exception of that one room where the it wouldn't appear on the map. Other than that, this was a very solid trip. There we go. Alright, so we got helmet key doors to open. We've got hunters coming in. So let's do some prep work. What are we gonna grab? We're gonna grab the Magnum and the self-defense gun. Yeah, there we go. Crank? Maybe? Nah, not yet. Yeah, that's probably a good call. Well, okay. We've got a lot of doors to open and everything, so no need to take everything we'll need story-wise just yet. Here we are working our way on back. And those dogs have repopulated this this portion of the map. Pretty easy to ignore though, but yeah, the game definitely will redo that. Obviously, hunters will take a big place in the mansion. Some nice gear left behind by our buddy Barry. So we're gonna pick all this up, obviously. And I think it's not hunter number one's gonna get the self-defense gun. Yeah, so if you're wondering why this hallway right here was red on the map, if you caught that, that is because we will be reacquiring this stone and metal object towards the end of this segment. Okay, we don't take out that one. I think it's this one. Self-defense gun. Pop. Dead. I love it. Right, this guy, if you wait here, will always jump down right there and leave himself wide open to just get popped by you. Alright, there you go. Easy as that. There goes two of the more annoying hunters in the whole game. Alright, what are we taking to defend ourselves? We're taking the shotgun? Shotgun and grenade launcher. And just the grenade launcher. That's all we need, right? Alright, yeah, I guess that is all we need. The only thing we really have to deal with here is Yawn coming up. But alright, here we go. We're going to... I've mentioned this before, but this is a great example of utilizing both the... utilizing tank controls, at least for one room. I know there's a large portion of people out there that do not like them, and I totally get it. But at the very least, this is a room where knowing how to use them can help you a ton, because the camera shift is very unforgiving when you need to make the round passes here, like right here, and then on the way back the same way. The modern control scheme is a pain for that spot. Tank is very easy, so I'd always recommend taking a look at it if you're having trouble, you know, getting that as easily as it should be, because it's a very simple task they put you with. But yeah, anyway, grab the dagger, double check that room, and we're looking good so far. Don't forget the book. I always had to make mention of not forgetting the book because, well, it's happened more times than I really should admit. Okay, this room I think gives me some trouble. Or no, it doesn't. It's a shotgun shells. Ah, you stupid spider. So we're gonna be missing an item on the map here. I remember this now. It's the map. I didn't pick up the map there. We saw it on the wall. So there's nothing at the beginning. So I'm like, wait, what the hell is it? It's the map. Oh, the bank shot. And I got poisoned for it. I paid for my sins. I gotta reset this room though. Yeah, this became a little bit of a mess, mainly because I didn't realize it was the map. Had I just known, I wouldn't have done that, obviously. But, eesh. Yeah, so we're gonna go forward here and grab the herbs here. I think I might just come back for that, because I don't want to put my life at any more risk. So we're gonna grab the dagger. And there's a small step there. That small step will actually trigger those zombies to vomit. Any zombie on stairwell in this game, vomit instead of grab. Because you notice that same zombie just grabbed us where he vomited before, but that little step down into the water is enough to trigger it. I hope I go back and get that map. It's gonna bug me now. I'm pretty sure I do. I remember having trouble with it, like I said. Alright, we're gonna lure that guy around. I always get nervous that just assuming safety at that elevator spot is gonna come back and bite me. Quite literally bite me. There you go. This is where we can get ourselves healed up. Kind of reset that situation from before. Here we go, get rid of that guy. Obviously, you can't go in the library door there. That room to the left is actually where we'll fight Jan, but we can't access it from that point. Yeah, I switch back to my daggers just so I don't waste all the tasers. There's some acid rounds, which we'll use on Jan. Some shotgun shells, taser, and the battery. Yeah, so now I'm planning to go back and get the map, I think. Or am I? No, I guess not. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah, because usually I would avoid that hallway or that room for that exact reason, because hunters repopulate down there. Okay, we're gonna go down here. This will help us get rid of the helmet key quicker. Sloppy movement. An ink ribbon? Nobody wants that. There's still something else in here. It's the file. Yep, the files will troll you. Yeah, and I think this is when I'm finally realizing that, yeah, I was doing this wrong. The files do count. Alright, so that is potted blue herbs there in the corner, so you don't have to worry about that, obviously. Grab the dagger, we're gonna grab the herb. I'm guessing I'm just gonna eat this herb right off the bat to get it out of the way. Yeah. And then we'll work our way around here. This zombie's very easy to kind of kite around as you need. Grab the drawer box and we'll get out. So we've done everything except grab that map so far. That's the one room we have, we've kind of abandoned at this point. I still want to know why I decided to do it in this order. Why did I just didn't go and do it the normal way? I don't know. That's only something past Dan could know. Past Dan, in the moment of doing this, dealing with random chat people, all kinds of the bizarre conversations that may or may not happen. You know, it is what it is, so the focus on what may happen here can sometimes wane. When there isn't a clear plan like a speedrun or something. Okay, but we did need the item box, so this loop around works well. I'll get 21 ink ribbons, sheesh. Yeah, we'll put the bread book away. We don't need that for a while yet. And we'll definitely put the shotgun shells away, I'm sure. Did we put the jewelry box away? I think we should. Might as well. Oh, I think I'm grabbing the shotgun so we can kill the spiders, maybe. Yep, that's exactly what it is, too. I'm glad I remembered, though. Even if it is just a map, it's technically not an item. The idea of getting this far with making sure to have everything, and then missing everything gathered because of something like that, that would have been a shame. Yeah, so I don't know if you can actually get poisoned from the remains of the spider there or not, but I always just try to stay away from it. That's something bad boiling out of there, and I don't want to get hit by it. So I just reset the room there to get rid of the corpse. And same thing here, we're just gonna go forward, reset the room. Very unfortunate creature. So I'm checking everything now. And there's the map, of course, like we said. And then sure enough, that's when I'm realizing, ah, shit, this was the map. What a shame. But oh well, at least it's done now, and I'm really glad to see I did go back and do it. I was pretty certain I had, but it would have been a shame to kind of record this as far as we've come and realize, oh wait, I did make a mistake. But thankfully not. We're still in good shape. Yeah, I think right there I was just at a point where I've got all these shotgun shells that I'm never going to use. We're going to use some of them, get some of these annoying zombies out of the way. In a situation where you're dodging them all the time, you know, always avoiding them, always getting troll bit, excuse me, by them, so forth. It's like, you know what? You know what? I'm killing a couple of them. Okay, maybe just that one, but yeah, it's happening. So we lured the dodge from that guy. This next one, you can see in the mirror that the bald one was up front. Unfortunately, I didn't react very well to it. The Crimson Head got a little stuck there, it looked like, almost. But we got by him. So here we go, we're gonna go and deal with Jan. Jan is very simple with Jill. Thanks to the overpowered grenade launcher, acid round combination we'll be able to unleash on it. First, we're going to grab these herbs that are up here. So what you're going to want to do is, an easy way to deal with Jan, get all your damage out, is you can fire like 4 good shots up here. If you use the pump canceling technique, which is fire, then move Jill slightly. You notice how like her elbows are kind of moved there between those shots. Basically, you fire, let up, fire, let up, fire, let up. Don't just stand there and hold the fire button. And you can get all those shots in, and then just one final one here to knock Jan out. Pretty easy stuff there. And now we can go over and get the second book. But yeah, there's the double doors that I was talking about before. That was where we were in the basement, right by the elevator. Unfortunately, they do not open in this game, or they do in the original. There we go. Nice thing with this setup is seeing it again. I'm quite pleased. We were able to by using up the helmet key early, I was able to do this room now and not have to backtrack back or anything. It's worked well, very, very well. All right, we're gonna grab the orders, or whatever the hell that is, the chief of security thing. I get all the document, everything mixed up between the OG. I've just, by the way, at the time of recording this, I have just finished a whole bunch of stuff with RE1 OG. Of course, there's no excuse for not turning off the light here. Okay, I'm trying to jump down, thank you. So I'm getting a lot of these, like, what files are where and things like that backwards a little bit. Yeah, alright, speaking of RE1 OG, I'll just make a quick mention here while we're grabbing the gems. There will be content coming for that game. We're gonna have, I've revamped the full story playthroughs for both Jill and Chris. Both Jill and Chris best endings, all files, all cutscenes, all that good stuff. Those are going to be totally revamped onto the PC version, featuring door skips and all that. It's just a more efficient, more clean run, especially in the Jill case. And then also I have runs of the Ada and Barry mods from RE1 Classic, which will be coming soon as well. At the time of this recording, they may already be up if you're watching this in the future, but yeah, if you like the OGs, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of content for all the games in the series here coming soon. I'm redoing, like I said, all my story runs. Every January I do a full story marathon over on my Twitch channel. So, you know, obviously at the time again of this recording, we're in January now, and we're just getting started. We've done 0, OG1, and so far, and those various mods for OG1. So I'm going to go ahead and re-upload a lot of the story playthroughs and things like that, and just kind of get some more clean runs, since a lot of them I transferred over to PC, and above all, I've just gotten better at a lot of the games than I used to be. So the runs should be a little better, a little more efficient, a little, hopefully less if no deaths, and so forth. But alright, so now we're doing our planning for the rest of the... to progress the game. We got the yellow gem, so we can get the tiger statue going. To get the Mo disc, we opened the jewelry box already to get that all taken care of and out of our way. We've got the battery back. Ooh, I'm just saying, screw it, we're going with a Magnum. Heck yeah. Get rid of those hunters. Yeah, we got the crank, so we're all set to go and do the second portion of the garden and enter the caverns, pretty much. I guess I'm going to use the Spencer key early here, which is fine, it doesn't really matter. Here come the hunters. So those hunters will not spawn until you have claimed the red gemstone, by the way. As if you don't pick that up, they will not be there, so plan accordingly. But anyway, come in here and use the yellow one, and this will give you your first Mo disc. If you intend to save Chris, you will need all 3 of these. This is the only one that's in the mansion, though. The rest are in the labs. Alright, notice how I hugged the left wall this time. I got bit by him earlier in the run, going to the right. Yeah, weird mistakes that happen. Do some of this stuff hundreds of times, and weird things can still pop up that normally wouldn't. I think I wonder, do I shoot the hunter right out of the gate here? Yep. Bang. Yeah, hunters are a little tough in this game. This and to an extent in Zero, they can take 2 Magnum shots as opposed to 1. Probably good, considering it'll drop anything else in 1 shot. And with them being the... Probably should take them a little more, but still just a little shocking, if anything. I'm checking that there's a file there. There we go. The shotgun shells, battery pack. There we go. Another room completed. If you're wondering what that red room is on the map, that was the elevator, by the way. I think it's red on purpose to let you know it's an elevator. But obviously there's nothing we can... There's nothing you can't even move in those, so... Doesn't make a lot of sense, but just kind of putting it out there. But yeah, so we're doing the basic puzzle here. And again, I say basic. I need to quit saying that because it's basic if you've done it 100 times, but it's a very easy thing to make a mistake with, where you do need the square crank, you need the battery, and you need to do the stuff in the right order. But again, one of the things, once you know it, you know it. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna use the battery on the elevator. Oh, do I shoot the dogs? I do. That one got a good... Oh, goodness. Yeah, I can tell you right now. I mentioned it a little before about taking out some long overdue frustration on some things that have caused you trouble over the years of playing a game. This is exactly that. There's a lot of these enemies, like the dogs there, that will get random cheap shots on you and lower you to caution to slow you down and ruin your speed run. All kinds of things. So it's like, you know what? I've got all this ammo that I'm never going to have enough stuff to even kill to use. You know what, dogs? You're getting it on this run. Yeah, so now the waterfall is removed so we can enter the caverns. Yeah, I just love the flow of this game. I love it. To me, this is the best survival horror game ever made. And I think it handily has that as well. As far as just its environments, it's just the flow and feel of the game, and the way it does create the real feel of resource management, especially on, like, you know, playing it the first time. And just the way the environments connect in this game, and it just has this great flow to it and everything that is so rewarding when you do get to take advantage of it. So yeah, just making sure there's no other items laying around here. They do give you 2 things of handgun ammo down here. Is that Jill? Yeah, unfortunate for Enrico, he is shot right there, but he does give us the hex crank. Ignore that hunter and we're good to go. Yeah, with those hunters, just stay along the left wall there and you'll get past the one that's facing away from you. And just keep yourself moving. I mean, if you do go too slow, you can get into trouble, and potentially even killed there if the one hits you with like its insta kill. But above all, just keep going, keep moving, know where you're moving. You know, it's some of this stuff that's hard to explain because, you know, I mean, you know, the basic explanation is the best explanation almost. Reloading the Magnum. We're gonna put that away. I think we might. Let's see here how this plays out. The shotgun shells away. Let's put the ink ribbons away. 24 ink ribbons, Jesus. There's a lot of ink ribbons. And we're gonna grab the knife. That's for Black Tiger's webbing. Just curious how this is gonna play out now. I don't remember if I fight Black Tiger or not. I think I do. And no flamethrower there, unfortunately. That is a Chris only thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that those were shotgun shells behind the boulder there. I thought they were flame rounds, but again, that might be the OG talking to me. Alright, so Black Tiger, we're gonna hold down and left, as always, to trigger the animation to kind of get it out of our way. So that way we can get things going. Do I not fight Black Tiger here? Oh, she hits me. What a bitch. Run. I think I might decide. Yeah, you know what? I was actually going to escape and then she hit me and I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're killing her. 3, 4. Keep moving. 5, 6. Assault shotgun shots. To show you how little I actually fight Black Tiger, you can see on the bottom right, we got the Spider Sense achievement. All the stuff I've done on the... Now, granted, most of my remake stuff was done on the PS4, but it goes to show, regardless, all the stuff I've done on the PC version since obtaining it, we still had not killed Black Tiger until just now on this version of the game. So I'm going to clear the webbing, and then we're going to put these knives back. I completely forgot there was a knife in that room that they provide you with. No, my inventory. Now I'm thinking, how can I reorganize it without having to move every weapon? Then I just say screw it and throw it at the bottom, maybe? Hopefully I do that. That'd be the healthier thing to do. Nope. It's never that easy. Here we go. I know. I know. But alright. So that, all of that nonsense aside, we're ready to continue the caverns. Black Tiger's cleared, the webbing is cleared. You know, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just double checking I grabbed what was back here. Nothing wrong with that. Always be thorough. You have absolutely no reason to not be. If you're wondering what the other red item there was, is the shaft for the elevator. which we're going to obtain the cylinder for now. Okay, there's the map. We gotta grab these blue herbs here. I don't know, some of these weird pauses, it makes me wonder, is this me stopping to reach something very specific in chat or what? Because there are some instances where I'll just stop moving and I cannot figure out why. Watching it back, it's so weird. Makes me wonder. Alright, and so when the boulder stops, just run forward and go through that new opening created. No, don't try and run back. I mean, you can, but... well, there's no need to. Alright, nice, pretty straightforward stuff here. 3, 4, push. So it's about 4.5 pushes there. I always let up a little bit there. And what that'll allow us to do is it'll leave the... you'll notice the statue sticking out a little bit, so we don't have to turn the crank an extra time. Which means absolutely nothing unless you're speedrunning. It's a nice speedrunning trick, though. Yeah, just push it onto the rotating plate. And we'll do that twice, so it'll be facing the way we need it to. Ooh, a little off there. Yeah, had to fix it. To the left. And there you go. All right, that'll give us the cylinder. And just like that, we're pretty much done with this portion of the caverns. I suppose the next part with Lisa technically counts as part of it, though. This is kind of the end of the old school caverns. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I'm sorry. Wait, do I not? Or there's no way I keep it like that. We gotta put the cranks together. Oh, there we go. I know. I know. I actually have a command in my chat on Twitch that will say if your inventory is not properly organized, you can't truly finish the game. That's what excuse I've generated over the years for myself for reasons of what you just saw. Obviously, the most infamous one is, and this is a lot more common, I think, is Resident Evil 4 with the ever tactful Tetris-style management of resources that game will create. By the way, the code here is 4231. If you want to find out how to find that answer, you just examine the cylinder shaft after you've combined them. You rotate the dial and you'll see the numbers shown there. And you'll notice again, the red square there was an elevator. That's the same way it was back in the mansion. That's how you know that. Again, that's just how the map indicates. It's not like we missed a room. So if you see those, you're still fine. And it'd be there, and again, there's the one in the mansion as well that we rode from the kitchen. So Lisa Trevor time. I'm not sure how I'm going to address Lisa here, because you want to, I mean, you know, there's obviously different approaches you can do here, but you can spawn her to kind of bait her out of your way to guarantee she won't be there. But, yeah, so I baited her to be down there. Yeah, I just did that for safety's sake. But there are items in here, too, that we're going to want to grab, so I think that will help determine how I do that. So also some hidden items in this game. Very easy to miss. You climb up these boxes here, walk around, and then there's some Magnum ammo, a battery pack, and I think a handgun clip up here. Very generous of the game, to say the least. Not bad at all. I'm not gonna lie, if you're watching this, you're hearing it first. First from my mouth, although, you know, if I say it on stream tomorrow, you might hear it before you see this, but I'll just say that now, I think the handgun only run's gonna happen. I gotta figure out which character to do it with. Maybe I'll do it with Jill, since we did knife only with Chris. That sounds good. It doesn't really matter because the inventory is nowhere near as important. The grenade launcher isn't important. The convenience would be higher with Jill, just because of the lockpick. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Maybe if I like it enough, we'll do both. But anyway, we're gonna come down here, grab the green and red herb that are hidden down here. I think that's it for items in here. And obviously Lisa's trapped to be on that side of the cavern here, so once we see her in sight, we're just gonna go ahead and walk around and head out. And I double check, we got everything. So now we're gonna proceed to go and obtain the broken flamethrower. But yeah, maybe we'll do handgun only with Jill. Like I said, we did knife only with Chris, which made sense to pick. It makes more sense to do Chris, believe me. You're curious. I don't really have a desire to do that run with Jill. It's just not, I don't really like knife only, and the only one I've ever done knife only and really enjoyed was probably 7. And I think the first person aspect helps that, but even that game was pretty that got taxing. Like, some of those fights just wear you down. But I've just never been the biggest fan of it, but so I don't know if we would do one with Jill or not. It'd be nice for the sake of completion, but at the same point, we have a knife only run with the trophy unlocking. I'm pretty good with that. So yeah, maybe we'll do handgun only with Jill to balance it out. I don't know, I'll take a full look. We could do it with Chris as well, just to say we did the 100% run with Jill. I don't know. I'll figure it out, though. Well, it's probably going to happen now that after everything I've said, so stay tuned for that. Alright, throw these handgun bullets away. Yeah, look at that. We have 206 handgun bullets right now. There is more than enough ammo to pull it off. Alright, so we're just gonna head up to the right here. We're gonna dodge Lisa. Pretty straightforward dodge there. I mean, standard bait, which works on, you know, Ashley, jeez, Lisa might actually be a little easier to dodge than a zombie in a case like that right there, simply because a zombie has a little bit of RNG or whatever you want to call it to if it is actually going to grab or not. Lisa's almost guaranteed to attack if you're close enough to her like that, so it's a little easier to bait her, I would say, just because you know it's going to happen. And you can grab the jewelry box down here in Lisa's little hideaway. Alright, so I still see stuff, but this ladder does not count as transitioning a room, so we're still in the same room. We just want to grab these herbs here at the end. The music here is so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, sorry if the audio is a little low. Again, I just hate it if I'm trying to talk and the audio drowns it out. It's a little more balanced on stream, on Twitch and everything. I'm still getting used to the settings here for YouTube. As a whole, my making videos like this is pretty limited. Since I'm explaining stuff more than just conversing and everything, it's a little different. So yeah, we're gonna get our last supplies to kind of wrap up this area. Head on down to Lisa Trevor in the end, the laboratory, and everything else that comes with the ending of the game. Yeah, this has been pretty smooth sailing, I'd say. Although I don't know why I didn't take the Mo disc. I didn't really need it. I just surprised I didn't take it. Just work our way back, dodging the random zombies and everything. Yeah, so not to be too heavy on the promotion side of things, but since we have the walk back, this is usually on the remake when I do this stuff, but do just want to mention all this footage is captured on my Twitch channel. The name is Dan Survival, as in the bottom right of the screen there, and there's links and all that stuff in the description. Yeah, we keep it pretty chill. We do a lot of Resident Evil, a lot of horror games in general. You know, it's always been my favorite genre, and yeah, we'd love to have you. Love to talk some Res Evil. Love to talk some horror games in general. And so yeah. Of course, if you would like more content on here, specific, I'm always open to suggestions. You know, and anything you can do to help the channel in regards to like subscribing, liking, commenting, all that stuff is always appreciated as well. So yeah, anyway, before I go into that again on the probably go through that again at the end of the video anyway. The typical YouTube thing. And anyway, we're pretty much back here to the main hall with Jill. And we're gonna finally check what's behind the steps. And that is where we're gonna use these 2 stone and metal objects we've now accumulated. One. And examine here. Again, those Trevor notes are very gut-wrenching as far as like, man, this is some heavy stuff, but it's very, very effective storytelling and well worth a read if you haven't done so before. Okay, this is, I think, me checking to see if there's an ink ribbon there. Yeah. Alrighty. Do we grab the Mo disc? Yep, that's what we're going for. Go ahead. Go ahead. Press X. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting thing I've never mentioned. I did mention that a lot of my original content for this game and most of my stuff were captured on the original PS4. And there's still a number of games that are, because my graphics card is still trapped in very dated times because of, you know, COVID and such, making them very hard to obtain. But, yeah, that still needs to be upgraded, but I still have everything else up to snuff enough that I can, by the way, we're checking because the item was right on the map, that I do a lot more PC creation. So if you're wondering what my whole point was, is that I am indeed capturing all this on, and playing this with a PS4 controller. Yeah, that was a really long-winded way of saying I'm playing with a PS4 controller. Oh, we got the Lisa stumble. Wow. Yeah, that's some great RNG right there. Barry shot once and she fell. In part, that's because of where she put herself, but I'm gonna take a hit. Shoot her, Barry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was me being greedy. Barry shot her effectively once, and he's done. I'm just waiting. Barry? Oh my god, that was a terrible attempt. Do not do what I'm doing here. I'm being so greedy. There we go. Barry shot her and got her out of the way. Yeesh, that was really bad though. Do not never, and I mean never, rush yourself the way I tried to do there, because her arms are too long. She will hit you if you try to run past her out like that. Yeah, that was really bad judgment on my part. So yeah, there's a family picture in there. It wraps up the altar area, and yeah. Again, I'm pretty happy with how the routing and planning of this run went overall. You know, a few little hiccups here or there aside, but oh, I really wish I would have avoided some of these hits I took. Oh yeah, I'm in danger. That would have been a shame to lose this run. So note this has also been a no save run. I typically try to do, like this game and the other Res Evils that I know really well, I try to make them no save runs. That's just totally my preference. A nice little layer of challenge to add into it, since, you know, you got 1,000 hours or whatever it is on the game by now. I don't mind adding that in. Alright. I'm grabbing the ink ribbon, and here we are. We're in the labs, though. We've reached the final major section of the game. No, my aid spray line. I can't possibly break it. Or am I going to use one of the herbs? I think I'm going to use an aid spray. Yeah. Alright, well, there goes that excitement. Now I think we'll grab the Magnum, maybe? Yeah, I think we're just going to use the Magnum and clear. I think I just kind of go ham and clear out a lot of enemies. Yeah, more than enough resources to take care of everything else. Yeah, because, of course, also, like, zombies like that one are easy to get by normally. But when you're trying to pick up both these herbs, they can be just a little bit of a nuisance. So that's where I get rid of them. another zombie we kill on any kind of run, regardless of what you're doing, is this guy right here. This guy blocks the canister path perfectly, so we get rid of him every time. As you can see, there's some Magnum ammo in the foreground there. Load it on back up. We're gonna use the computer stuff now. Username is John, password is Ada. The code here is CELL, C-E-L-L. There you go. We're gonna open both. Oh, I think I backed out there by mistake. Huh, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I think I backed out instead of using B3. Now you have to come back here. There are a couple of items back here. Yeah, I think there's a battery pack and something else. Hitbox on this is really weird. I think there's still something there though. Yeah, because there's a file there. And still something. Yeah, it's back by the battery pack, I remember. I don't remember what it is though. I think it might be shotgun shells. I definitely did not remember it at the time here though. Mention hidden items though, and then I just, oh, it's a first aid box. There we go. But yeah, hidden items. That is the one of the definitive ones right there. Sheesh. But all right. There's our second modisc. And we're gonna jump in here. Get the third modisc. The code here for the panel is 8462. A green herb. I just use it to get it out of the way. And more than enough, so it's like, what's the point? Yeah, so maybe like, hey, we'll come back and watch that. Oh, we should have watched the Kenneth video on here. I didn't think to do that. I don't think, yeah, I think we skip it on here. Or do I? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Professional Stars team member Kenneth here. Not the best of showings. Security protocols. Still something. A map. There we go. All taken care of on the second floor. Alright, we're gonna go back to the item boxes, I think. And put the shotgun shells away. 39. I gotta fill that empty gap on my first aid list as well. That was bugging me. Put the Magnum ammo away, I guess, still. Sheesh, I have 16 Magnum rounds still as well. Man, the arsenal you can accumulate in this game, my goodness. Yeah, I decided to go over here. I think we want to just check all the rooms in here, get the slides and x-rays and all that stuff. Yep, there's John and Ada. John's letter to Ada. Yeah, this is telling you how you figure out that the answer on the computer is cell. I think I'm just kind of doing it for shits and giggles as much as anything here. And yeah, each body part that, so it's basically the colon, the esophagus, the liver, and the lungs. And you just take the first letter of each for C-E-L-L. That's how you solve the puzzle there. Or find the solution. That room is done. I don't know what I was looking around for. Like, what else is in there? And we'll go in here so we can get rid of one of our aid sprays. Or aid sprays, Mo discs. Interesting note too. Now that was a headshot, so it doesn't matter. The naked zombies, like that guy right there, they do not return as crimson heads. So if you kill them, you're fine. You know, you don't have to worry about them respawning. So if you're playing this like a first time or something, that's a good thing to remember. There's the facts. Okay, that room is complete. We can't go back into the other room yet. Oh, we're gonna go use the slides real quick. Again, this is not needed. This will help you get the 8462 code though. For the keypad there. The Cerberus. Neptune. Hunter. Tyrant. And of course that photo with the very suspicious man wearing sunglasses on the far right. And then as you can see the 8462 though. And that's the code for the keypad in the room. Obviously. I love the music is randomly dramatic while those play though. It's almost distractingly so, but again, that's part of the charm. Oh, he got up quick. Oh, he got down. It went down quick too. So there is something in here. I always forgot. I never come over here. I cannot remember what it was, but we're gonna get rid of this zombie. There we go. Nice to see some headshots coming in. Oh, it's a dagger. Okay. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we were getting a lot of just body shots, not taking out those zombies. That was a bummer. I like getting the headshots. They're very satisfying. Especially when you are using the Magnum. And we're gonna jump down here. Say bye to the Chimera there. Yeah, this is kind of just a transition room to the other side, but I wanted to be thorough to make sure there wasn't anything hidden here. Of course, I could have just checked the map, but either way, this room you do need to get to so we can use the Mo disc. Actually, it just occurred to me, if you want to do a 100% run, you do need to save the other character, because there's actually an item that'll be left in their cell. That just occurred to me, but it is indeed true. So you need to open their cell door to do this run properly. Of course, you'd need to pick up the rocket launcher if you really want to be specific as well. All right, so we need to move that shelf, then we're going to move this one, and there's some shotgun shells. You can see them there. Game. There you go. Alrighty. And again, that zombie will not be returning. I remember doing this run now because I am using the Magnum. Somebody in chat came in and asked, why are you using it? And then I basically just kind of came in here and I'm just like, why not? Look at all this stuff we have. You can become ridiculously OP in this game. It is crazy. That arsenal is stacked. No, this is the hardest difficulty of the default difficulties too. I mean, obviously you'll unlock hard mode and then real survival, but as the default modes go, though, this is the toughest one. This is the mountain hike. But anyway, all that aside, there we go. So 30 total ink ribbons in the game. The grenade launcher ammo away, at least for now. I think I used the Magnum, though, not the whole rest of the way. I think I'll get the grenade launcher towards the end. Just use the Magnum to clear everything else out of our way. Nice. Very satisfying. Very deserved. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna grab the canister. Obviously, killing the Chimera there is kind of... It's not required almost like the one zombie is, but boy, does it make things easier. You know, you don't have to run the risk of him slashing you while you're trying to carry it and blow yourself up or anything like that. Alright, the zombie's already dead. We already used the Mo disc, so we're good to go there. Alright, so this is where you definitely want to make sure you walk. I mean, well, I say definitely like it's a suggestion. You need to walk. If you run too much, you can blow up and you will die. You might see me do a few steps here or there like that. You can push it a little more, but after all we've done in this run and everything, I wasn't going to risk it too much just for the sake of saving. You know, let's throw away 2.5 hours of work and planning and making sure I didn't miss anything and all this stuff for the sake of saving 30 seconds, so I'm just gonna walk it. Yeah, that Chimera drops down, but you're safe. As long as you don't go the wrong way, anyway, you're safe. If you go the right way, you'll be fine, since we killed the other one. And there you go. Canister delivered. That's the big scary point left of the game, really, with all the ammo we've got. Yeah, I think this is me just killing these chimeras because of all the grief they've given to me. Kind of like the dogs earlier and and other things. Plus, I've got the Magnum ammo again. We'll just use the grenade launcher on the Tyrant. All right, here we go. Modisc number 3. Okay, there's still something in here. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. We'll see here in a second. Oh, it's a battery pack. That's right. Yeah, this battery pack is just... It's kind of plainly there, but because of the color of the room and everything, that's a very easy one to kind of miss. There we go, get everything powered back up. Head to the elevator. Yep, we're almost there. We are almost there. Yeah, so this is where I'll just go and grab the grenade launcher. Alright, once again, power up the elevator.
Jill.
The Tyrant will go down very quickly here. The grenade, the flame rounds make very quick work of him. I believe it'll only take 3 or 4 here to knock him out.
It's magnificent.
Or no, it might take all 6. Never mind, I'm got my games mixed up again. Yeah, it's 3. Notice I'm pump canceling. Where you just, like I said, you just fire and then move slightly, and it'll let you do the quicker drop down again. There you go, 6. Yeah, 6, 6, 6. That's right. There you go. That's it. Tyrant's down. Wesker's down. Grab Wesker's file there. I mean, just making sure there isn't anything else. I should have checked the map because I don't think there actually is anything else. It was Wesker's note there that we needed.
Barry.
Yeah, checking old Barry. Make sure he didn't fall on any items. And it turns out Barry rolls over and there's like, 30 Magnum rounds underneath him. But all right, yeah, we're coming up on the end here. Just gotta, just did a final little check there. We have to go save Chris now. Well, go open the door for Chris. We've already unlocked it. Otherwise, all the modiscs have been used. You may be wondering why there are no chimeras. That's because we killed all of them in the earlier part. If you kill all the chimeras there will not be any left to spawn back in. So those are the same ones is what I'm trying to say. That's why they aren't randomly popping out of the vents there. Now release the 3 locks. We're gonna open the door, head on down, and there we will need to re-enter the cell though. There is another, there are some pickups in the cell here. Little cheeky leave behinds, if you will. And we're gonna go in there. There's really interesting camera view here too. Yeah, the shotgun shells. I believe if you play as Chris, I forget. No, I don't remember now. I'm getting stuff mixed up again. Sorry. But anyway, that's all there is. So yeah, all we have left to do is collect the battery, signal flares, and rocket launcher, and we'll have every item. I believe. I think maybe there's a healing item before then too. Alright, I gotta quit jumping too far ahead in my mind because I'm getting everything. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, anyway. Alright. Here we go, just run on through. I'm surprised that zombie there did not turn into a crimson head, by the way. There, get rid of him. That's one of those, I didn't have to kill you, but you're in my way, and I've got plenty of ammo, so I'm going to kill you. Alright, final trip to the item box here. Put these shotgun shells away just to stack them all. Look at that. 67. Technically, like, what is that? That's 73 shotgun shells if you combine the other shotgun ammo as well. My goodness. That's me checking all of our completion. We're looking good. Nice little stretch here. There are some more shotgun shells. So what is that? That's 73. That's... We have 79 shotgun shells technically at our disposal right now. Yeah, we need the battery still. And we used some of them too. The shotgun has not been used, like I used the assault shotgun for a number of parts of this. All right, there we go. There's the battery. And of course, you're wondering, they give you the battery right there and then force you to use it and not be able to go back. It's a very smart design choice by the game because it will force the issue of that way you have to pick up this. You won't soft walk yourself out of being able to pick up the signal flares and the rocket launcher. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's a very smart safety net provided by the game. Resident Evil 2 Remake, for example, does the same thing with the those power cables they'll give you before you fight the tyrant. And there you go, by the way, every Nook and Cranny achievement unlocked. It was at this moment that I realized I didn't need to pick up everything. All I had to do was enter the rooms because I hadn't picked up the signal flares yet. But yeah, so we entered every room on the playthrough. But either way, we got all the items, so that's cool. All the items, all the files. Sorry about the cough there. I've just unloaded on the tyrant here. It's taking a lot of shots. The reason is because Barry, for the first stretch there, wasn't doing anything. There we go. Technically, our final item taken is the rocket launcher. So that is 100% items officially. And shoot. Is he gonna block? Nope. All right, there you go. That's Resident Evil HD Remaster Jill. Best ending, which kind of is required, like we said before. 100% items, rooms, every Nook and Cranny achievement / trophy. I hope this guide proves helpful if you're aiming to do so, or, you know, at least the video was entertaining and all that good stuff. You know, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, if you want more content like this, always feel free to let me know in the comments. You know, any support, like subscribing to the channel, goes a long way to helping build things up. And obviously leaving likes and all that good stuff. Yeah, the YouTube stuff, you hear it all. You hear it in every video you watch, but it would be really appreciated. You know, once again, there's Barry and Chris confirming they both lived. But yeah, if you're, you know, and if you want to hang out on and interact live, I do have a live stream on Twitch that I stream from on 6 days a week. We do a lot of Resident Evil, a lot of horror games, like I've said. Every Friday we do a 8 to 10 hour marathon, speedrunning various entries in the series. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's a really chill environment, and we're starting to get some good traction as far as growth over there as well. So, yeah, we'd love to have you. But yeah, other than that, again, I think our next project, as far as the channel here goes, is we're gonna do Resident Evil 0 hard mode. I'll do a commentated run for that. It'll probably be a week from this video. That will go live. I might sprinkle in some of the story playthroughs in between. Maybe one of them on Saturday will go live. That I'll figure out. But Resident Evil 0 hard mode will be the next one for sure. Trying to think of anything else. Just want to say thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. I feel like I've got a long way to go. I hope I'm getting better though, you know. That's the big thing. Just trying to stay relaxed, trying to stay talking without repeating myself too much and all that kind of stuff. So I hope it's getting better. Hope you're enjoying it. And again, thank you again for watching. We'll get our final verdict here and we'll wrap it all up. Let's see how we did. The end of this fantastic video game.
Jill, you did a fine
Yeah,
job.
so we got a 2:42:53 as far as our in-game time. 17 health items, 45 enemies killed, which is a lot for playthroughs I usually do. 89 ammo used. No ink ribbons too. This was no save. So yeah, looks pretty solid. So again, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great 2022. If you're watching this when it's recently posted, it's only January like 5th here right now. So yeah, have a great new year, great year as a whole. And stay safe, all the best, and we'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.